大丈夫かな? Are we good? We gotta do the chat thing again. I hate doing this every time. Every time we start the stream, I have to do the pop out chat thing and then put it on screen. Only problem is, yeah, I don't know how to make text bigger. How do you do that on this? There has to be a way, right? Alright, let me see. See if I can pull this up. I have to do the pop out chat thing and then put it on screen. Only problem is, okay. Is this it? Yeah, I don't know how to make text bigger. Yeah, but why is it all like messed up? There has to be a way. Oh boy. Alright, let me see. Okay. See if I can pull this up. Yeah, fine. Yes. Why is the text so freaking tiny? How do I make the text larger? I'm gonna have to look that up. Well, we're here. I'm trying to figure something out here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look this up. There must be a way. How to make YouTube pop out. Well, we're here. I'm trying to figure something out here. How do I spell this? Bigger I'm gonna look this text. There must be a way. How to the font for YouTube light try to be larger, I can zoom in. Oh, I can just use the zoom in function, maybe? Pop out. Well, we're here. Bigger. How do I spell this? Bigger. ちょっと待って。The font for YouTube light try to be larger, I can zoom in. Oh, I can just use the zoom in function, maybe? Wait, it says just zoom. How do I do that? Dude, the problems with living in Japan. My computer's completely in Japanese, so when I go through settings, I can't figure anything out very well. Wait, it says just QR code. How do I do that? Castle. What's Castle? Dude, I don't know what that just did. With living in Japan, that was weird. My computer's completely in Japanese, so when I go through settings, I can't figure anything. Moderation activity timestamps. Site narcode. Oh! There's a bunch of settings here. Nothing that I'm looking for though. Wow. That was weird. Shoot. I should have taken the time beforehand to figure this out. I might just have to leave it like that. See, because like if I, for example, I want it to be like this, but obviously that takes up a lot of space unless I go like this. That's kind of ridiculous though. To fit it to screen, it would have to be like here. Now you guys can't even read the text. It's so tiny. Whatever. I'll leave it for today. I'll figure it out later. Oh no. Oh no. Another problem with YouTube Live is it doesn't automatically mute itself like Twitch does. It doesn't remember that setting. It always has the volume on, which is annoying. So I didn't know until I put my headphones on and started hearing my own voice. Of course. Okay, anyways. Yeah, we're here. I'm gonna stream. And maybe going through YouTube videos. I don't know. I got some ideas for future videos. I suppose the what is it, the gacha video. So here's the idea behind that. So I told you guys I was going to film episode 2 of the gacha attack or whatever I called it. Yeah, there hasn't been a video related to that for almost 2 years. Well, I don't know. I guess the reason I stopped is because I didn't want to keep spending money on that kind of stuff, and I didn't know what to do with all the gacha capsules. But recently, a lot of gacha places are opening up in my city, and there's one that opened less than a year ago, like 4 or 5 months ago or something like that. And it's actually really good. I posted a photo partially of it on my Twitter from like 2 days ago or whatever it was. So my plan, either this weekend or the weekend after, in the evening, I'm gonna go to that place. And the reason I'm going in the evening is because there's less people there. Because gacha places are usually really busy. If I go like dinner time or later, there's gonna be like not a single person in there. Hopefully they're open that late though. And then I'm gonna film a video, and then I'll probably do the same as what I did last time. I'll buy like 2 gacha capsules, maybe 3, bring them home, and then show them off to you guys. And then, like I mentioned, after I'm done filming the video, I have nothing to do with those gacha capsules, so I'm gonna save them all. And then in the future, if I ever do a live stream in Tokyo, which I do plan to do at some point, I'm gonna rent a portable Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna go to Tokyo and do like an IRL stream or something like that. I will have those capsules on me. Inside of those little capsules as well, I'll have the things in there. And then if I ever run into one of you guys, I'll definitely give you guys them of your choice. I'll give each of you one of your choice, whatever ones I have. But I think for the next video that I film, because the last gacha video that we filmed, both of the things, I realized it was only 2 of them, not 3. I thought it was 3 originally. I only bought 2 of them, and they were both food related. So I think this time, maybe it should be something other than food, something non-food related this time, just to make it interesting. We'll see. That gacha place is like massive. There's like, I don't know, maybe 200 capsule machines there. So we'll see what we find. I think also the same as last time as well. I'll choose one really weird capsule that I find, and then one that I potentially actually want. Maybe we'll do something like that. Then maybe I'll get a third one. I don't know. I think one of them that I bought last time was a 200 yen one. The other one was a 300 yen one. I think the 200 yen one was totally worth the money. That's the egg one that I showed you guys. The one with like the tamago sushi, and he has like arms and legs, and then he sits on the sushi plate or whatever, and then the wasabi next to it. I think that one was 200 yen. Totally worth it. It's like 400 yen quality. Now, 100 yen, 200 yen, 300 yen, 400 yen, 500 yen, and then 1,000 yen is a big difference when it comes to quality. 100 yen is like the rarest thing ever, and the only things that'll be like 100 yen is like those colorful, like what is it, like glass rocks or whatever those are, like the stupidest things ever. And then 200 yen is like good, but it's not usually interesting stuff. And then 300 yen is like the sweet spot. That's what everyone gets. Like majority of capsule machines are 300 yen. So that's like where people usually go. And then 400 yen is kind of rare, I guess, but it's like higher quality. It's supposed to be. And then 500 yen is like the same thing, but it's like the capsules are bigger. So like the toy or whatever you get, it's like bigger. So it's usually like Gundam, like miniature Gundams and stuff like that. Those kind of things. They're all like bigger stuff. 500 yen ones aren't really worth it unless you really get something you want. It's usually like Gundam related stuff or like car related stuff. Usually that's what it is. And then there are mystery capsule machines in my city. I don't know if I found any, but they're usually 1,000 yen. I've never bought one of those because I don't want to, because I'm pretty sure it's not worth it. Usually they're mystery ones or they're anime related, so I think it's like figurines and stuff like that, but they're 1,000 yen. It's weird. But yeah, typically 300 yen is where most people stick to. So we'll see what we find next time I'm there, for sure. I'll pick up maybe 3, and then I'll save them. And then when I go to Tokyo at some point, hopefully maybe this year or next year, I don't know. But I definitely want to rent a portable Wi-Fi for like a week or so or something like that. Or figure something out. I might buy one, I don't know. But I don't know how often I'd be able to do like streams for you guys and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll definitely have the capsules on me, so if I ever run into one of you guys, for sure, I'll give them to you guys. I'm keeping the egg one because that's like nostalgic now. And the more I show it to you guys and talk about it, the more I like it. So I've decided to keep that one. So unfortunately, I'm not giving that one away. But the what is it? The yakisoba one. That one I'll give away If I can find the capsule that it came in, or if I can find a capsule that I still have, I can put it in. And then I forget what some of the other ones are that I have. They're in my closet, I think. I don't know what they are. And then yeah, we'll definitely get some more and stuff like that. Kirby's are off limits though. I showed you guys all the Kirby ones that I have in my was in my manga collection video, my most recent one. Yeah, those are off limits. So yeah, I'm keeping all of those. I'm never giving those away. You guys didn't know Kirby is like one of my all-time favorite characters of all time. And I have like 50 gacha capsules of Kirby's. I am never giving those away, so sorry. If you want a Kirby, you're gonna have to get it yourself. Because you're not gonna get it from me. But yeah, by the time I like actually go to Tokyo and do like IRL related stuff, all the capsules that I'll have at that point will all most likely be discontinued ones. So you guys get rare collection from me if I decide to give them away. If I decide to give the ones that I get away. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's one thing that's happening. Also, my hair, it looks like I dyed my hair in the camera. My hair looks really red. Brown, I don't know. I did not dye my hair. But in the camera, it really looks like I dyed my hair, like a light color. It looks cool. Because in person, my hair looks like it's almost black, actually. Maybe it's the lighting. This light, maybe. I do want to dye my hair again, but I'd have to use bleach and stuff like that. It's just a process to do that. And I'm kind of scared I'm getting in trouble at work if I vivid color my hair. And it wouldn't be something crazy. It wouldn't be like green or blue or anything like that. It'd be like a reddish pinkish color or like a grayish brown color. That's what it would be. Yeah. And I'm kind of scared I'm getting in trouble at work if I... Alright, so I guess for now, let's go through my most recent, or not my most recent. Actually, yeah. Let's go. We'll go through my manga collection video. I can explain some things. Yeah, this Kirby video that I posted yesterday or whatever it was. Yeah, it was supposed to come out before my manga collection video, but after I uploaded my manga collection video, I realized I made a mistake. So yeah, because some of the things I said at the beginning of this video doesn't make sense, considering the fact that it came out after this video. It was supposed to, this Kirby video was supposed to come out, be the first video after being away for like over a month. It's because of my Hawaii trip and hospital stuff and going back to work and whatever. But before we start that, let me grab some beer because I need to drink beer because the past 2 weeks, right now is like downtime at my workplace. So like we literally have like nothing to do. Yet I'm still exhausted because of the things we do have to do. I'm like, you have no idea how exhausted I am. And because you get more tired, you kind of make more mistakes because you're not paying attention as well. Or you're being told, work faster, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, you know, stuff like that, right? So it gets really stressful. And there's nothing you can, when it comes to Japan, there's nothing you can do about that. Just because that's the way Japan is and that's how people behave. Like, here's the thing. I've known this for a long time, but I don't think I've ever told you guys. And that is, Japanese people can't handle being told, hey, you need to relax, or hey, just slow down, do your work. It's slow down. We don't want to injure ourselves. You don't want to, you know, like slip and fall or something. Just slow down. We have time. That is one thing you definitely do not want to say to your coworkers here in Japan or something like that. They can't handle that. Japanese people just can't handle that. Regardless of what the situation is, whether you have a lot of work to do or whether after you're done the current job you're doing, you have nothing to do for the rest of the day and you can just sit down and do nothing. Yeah, you absolutely have to do your work as fast as you physically can, regardless of how tired it makes you, and regardless of like how stressful it is. And you can't question people on that. That's what I've known for a long time. Like, there are a lot of times where I want to tell my coworkers and be like, yeah, just slow down, it's okay, we have time. It's like, it's okay if we make a mistake. We make small mistakes and we get in so much trouble for it. I'm like, it's fine, we can fix it. I'm like, we have time. Like, it's not a big problem. We can fix this problem. And like, Japanese people just can't handle that. They absolutely cannot handle that. Like, you definitely do not want to say things like question people like that here in Japan because they just can't handle it. Like if something's slightly out of line, like it's a problem for them. It becomes like the biggest problem in the world for them. And that's one thing in North America that doesn't exist because North America is so laid back, right? But in Japan, it's the complete opposite. Complete opposite here in Japan. That's one thing that I can't handle is Japanese people just don't know how to relax and don't know how to understand that certain things it's okay if it doesn't go perfectly or it's okay if you make a small mistake. It's fixable. Like for example, you're putting let's just say, well, at least on my workplace I do this. We're putting labels on these boxes that we have and I either just wasn't doing it the way they wanted me to. I was peeling like the stickers off and putting labels on, pasting them. Next one, pasting it. I was fine. There's nothing wrong with how I'm doing. But apparently, my coworker's like, no, you gotta put it like this. You gotta do it like this. And you gotta move faster. I'm like, we have nothing to do after this, though. I'm like, why do I have to move faster? You know? And it's like, why do I have to do it the way you want it to? It's like, it's fine. It's gonna get done. I can do it the way I want it to. It'll get done. And they just can't handle that. That's another thing. Like, they can't handle things like that. Like, they don't like when I talk back and say, it's okay. I can do it. I know. Like, they don't like that. So I kind of just let things happen. I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. You know, because then it becomes a problem. I'm like, there's no point in arguing about stupid things like this, right? So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'll just do it the way you want it to. I'm like, it doesn't make any difference for me to do it my way or to do it your way. I'm like, I'm just doing it the way I'm comfortable with. And they can't handle it. They don't like that. Japanese people absolutely don't like that. You must do it the way you're told. And you must do it as fast as you physically can, regardless of whether you have something to do afterwards or not. Like, that's just what it is. And you make a mistake on something, you'll get in more trouble than you expect. Even though you know physically that there's nothing wrong with going back and fixing that problem. But Japanese people just absolutely can't handle it. They're like, no, that's unacceptable. I'm like, trust me, it's fine. They're like, no. You know? That's one thing. That's, I think, one of the biggest reasons why a lot of foreigners come to Japan saying, oh, I love Japan, I want to live here. And then after about a year, when their work contract or whatever it is ends, most foreigners, and I'm not lying when I say this, most foreigners say, oh, I don't like living in Japan, I want to go back home. It's because of that. It's because of how uptight Japanese people are. And like how, not strict, but like how, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they just, like everything must be done perfectly in Japan. And everything must be done the way that this person said. And it must be done like that constantly. Like you can't do things the way you're comfortable with doing it. You can't do things the way you think is best. You have to do it the way that the original person said. And it has to be done like that regardless. Yeah, it's like that. So, and trust me when I say this, you will not get used to that in Japan. Dealing with that situation. You will not. I've been here for just almost 5.5 years now. And I still can't get like comfortable with dealing with this situation that Japanese people can't like deal with situations like that. I can't get used to that. I guess the word is I'm too whitewashed. Even though I've been here for 5.5 years almost, I'm too whitewashed to accept that. You know, Japanese people just need to relax. Like, it's okay, you know? Like, the job will get done. It's fine. You know, we don't have to be, like, super in a rush at all times. Like, that's not only kind of dangerous, depending on what kind of work you do. For example, my workplace is nothing but heavy lifting. And then we do deliveries as well in, like, a big truck. So, you know, a lot of the times I'm thinking to myself, like, don't drive so fast, okay? Do your work a little bit slower because you don't want to injure yourself. You don't want to break your back lifting 30 kilograms on your shoulders. You know, stuff like that, right? It's like, just relax. Like, it's okay. And, like, that transition from, like, North American laid-backness over to Japan, just, it doesn't connect. Absolutely doesn't connect. So when I try and explain to my coworkers that kind of stuff, they, like, their brain just goes, like, I don't understand. And they're just like, no. You know? They're just like, no. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Whatever. I'll just, you know what? Let's just forget about this conversation and move on. That's what I always tell myself on the inside, is I definitely do not want to say that out loud. Because they just, Japanese people just can't handle things like that. They can't, regardless of what it is. So, unfortunately, even after 5 years, I still can't get used to dealing with it. I can't. You know, it's. I think one reason is because of overworkingness. Everybody in the world knows that Japan has too many people that overwork themselves and get like sick or whatever. Kind of like what I did, but it wasn't because of work. Oh, maybe partially. When I collapsed and I ended up in the hospital 3 weeks ago or whatever it was, it's because I was so tired. The main reason was because of my trip to Hawaii and all the jet lag and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, that's what happens. You just you got to deal with it. Unfortunately, you got to deal with it. And most foreigners, especially North American people, just can't handle it. So after about a year or so, or when they have a chance to either cancel their work contract or whatever it is they're doing, whether it's school as well, most foreigners choose to go back home. Yeah, that's what it is. Or they made a mistake, and this is one thing I always tell people. They made a mistake and they moved to Tokyo as their first destination after coming to Japan to move and to live. That's a problem because Tokyo is like, people don't realize how expensive, how much money you're going to lose living in Tokyo. I'm not just talking about paying your rent, paying food bill, not that common stuff. I'm talking about all the other things you're going to be doing in Tokyo. Because Tokyo has all the attractions, all like the stores, like video game stores, clothing stores, stuff like that. All of your money is going to go towards that without you even realizing it. So that's a second thing, is people run out of money faster than they thought. Or they don't expect that they could lose money more than what they're making in Japan. And typically, a foreigner living in Japan, especially those that either don't know up to N3 level of Japanese, yeah, you're going to be working minimum wage. And there's nothing you can do about that to change it. There's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing you can do except for become fluent in Japanese and get a real job. That's it. That's what it is. It's pretty simplistic. Like, that's all there is to being in Japan as a foreigner. It's just know those things and that's it. That's it. And somehow deal with it. All the things that I explained. That's it. That's Japan for you. So, I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah. Alright, I need some beer. I'm getting stressed talking about this because I don't like dealing with this kind of stuff. So, we have two options. I'll bring both of them, but I'm only going to have one of them. So we have Sapporo beer, which I've never actually had. I have like an actual can of Sapporo. And then I have, I'll just bring it and show it to you. We have so we have what the, I always need my hood on. Probably noticed I always have my hood on whenever I'm on camera, whether it's live streaming or making a YouTube video. It's because my headphones hurt on my head, so it's kind of like a cushion a little bit. I hate wearing headphones. That's why I haven't been doing so for the past 5 years until recently. Anyways, so we have Sapporo, like the actual Sapporo, not all the weird brands or whatever. This is like the actual Sapporo, like the original one by... It's not Suntory, is it? Who is this? Is Sapporo its own thing? There's no, like, company on here. Sapporo is Sapporo. Huh, I never knew that. And then we have Asahi, which I've had. It's not Asahi Super Dry. It's not that one. Like the TV commercials. It's, I've had the original one, though. It was good. It was good. But, holy Jesus, I realized how weak I am with alcohol. Like, oh my god. I had one Asahi with a friend 2 years ago, 1 year ago, whatever it was. Oh man, I got so wasted just after one beer, and it was like 5% alcohol. I don't know what these ones are. This is 4. I can prove it to you guys. I'm not gonna get drunk. See, my camera quality enough for me to prove it to you guys. 4%. I believe Sapporo is 5 or 6. It is 5%. I don't know if you can see it. You won't be able to see it. It says right there. Right there, where my finger is, right there. Wait, no, wait. Good enough. This camera sucks. That's why I'm choosing to save up for a DSLR camera, so we can get rid of this crap. Yeah, so How wasted do I want to get? This one's stronger than this one. I've never had one of these in my life. I've had acai, but the original one, not this one. This is the less calorie version. Style free. It's called style free. Oh, it's in English right there. Wow, I read the Japanese before the English. Huh. I've never done that before. Weird. Okay, Sapporo time. The acai can go back in my fridge, I guess. I'm sorry, Asahi. Sapporo, Sapporo. First time ever. Yeah, just every beer smells the same and they all taste the same. The one beer, and this is like, I got trolled so hard with this. So the one beer that everyone in Japan, like a lot of foreigners that are actually like, how do I say this? They're not whitewashed, okay? It's like they can speak Japanese, but they're like, they were born outside of Japan. So one example, actually maybe I shouldn't mention this. I'm not going to mention this person's name. But there are foreigners living in Japan that have been living in Japan for over 10 years. Like a handful of people I can think of off the top of my head. So they've been living in Japan for over 10 years. They can speak really well Japanese or fluent Japanese. So they have like Japanese personality or whatever. Like they understand behaviors and stuff like that. And they understand like, oh, this brand of this food is good, or this clothing brand is everyone makes fun of this clothing brand. You know, stuff like that. Like they understand the small little things about Japan. Those people. Okay? Everyone said that Orion beer is like the go-to beer. Not just if you're in Okinawa, because that's where it comes from, but like in Japan. It's like that's the beer you want to drink. I had one a couple months ago or whatever it was. It was the most bitter thing it was like nothing but bitterness. Like take what's a bitter food? I don't know, but take that bitter food and remove all the bitterness and put it into like a glass and then drink it. That's what it was. And I told myself I'm never drinking an Orion again. I'm sorry, Okinawa, but Orion beer it's too much. It's too bitter for me. So Asahi was better because that's like way less bitter. And then what's the other one that I had? There was something else that I had. I don't remember, but it's Sapporo time. Let's go. Well, that's not good. It's spilling all over the place already. I'm drunk already and I haven't even taken a single sip yet. Alright, first time Sapporo. Ooh! That has like a izakaya smell. Wow. I've never had that from beer. I opened it, I was like, I'm in an izakaya right now. So izakaya is like those beer and snacks restaurants or whatever. Yeah. Cheers. I need to get drunk. Life is crazy. Yeah, this is just literally just typical beer. I don't notice any difference in taste when it comes to beers. Am I the only one that's like that? Every beer tastes the same. Like, this tastes identical to every other beer that I've had in my life. Like, what am I supposed to notice when it comes to drinking different brands of beer? Like, what is supposed to be different? They all taste identical to each other. Except Orion, which is really bitter. This Sapporo is a little bit bitter, but it's not. I can handle it. Especially when I get more drunk, I'll definitely be able to handle it. And then the next thing you know, I'll accidentally be opening this and drinking it within this stream as well. And I have like 9% alcohol overdose inside my body. For those of you that don't know, I don't drink. I mean, I'm not saying I don't drink as in like this is the first beer I'm ever having in my life. No. I mean like, this is the first beer I'm drinking since... Well, you know, it's been a long time if I can't figure out off the top of my head when the last time I had beer was. I'm trying to think if I had beer while I was in Hawaii. I did actually. I had well, this is kind of ironic. I had a Corona beer, those bottles. I did because my uncle really loves Corona, so we had a lot of that in Hawaii, and it's cheap in Hawaii, or not cheap. Everything is expensive in Hawaii, but that was like the cheaper beer. I wanted to try. There's one beer that every American person says is really good. That's like the go-to beer in the US, and that is Modelo. They don't have that here in Japan. I've never seen it. I tried looking for it. They don't have it. But they have like Budweiser and Coors and all that stuff. But yeah, Modelo doesn't exist here. So when I was in Hawaii, I wanted to get it. I kept noticing it. But then we went after like Corona beer and stuff like that. So I didn't get a chance to drink Modelo, unfortunately. I don't know if I go to like a international supermarket like KO Mart. I don't know if you guys know that. There's a store here called KO Mart. Everything's so expensive there because everything's imported from other countries. They might have it there. I've never checked though. Modelo. I definitely want to try that at some point though. Because I don't know when the next time I'll be in North America is. Maybe next year. I might go back home to Canada. Hopefully, because I haven't been back home well, ever since I moved here. I've gone out of Japan once since I moved here, and that was to Hawaii. But yeah, I haven't been like back home, like my true home, Canada. What the? My computer. But yeah, maybe next year. I don't know. Plane tickets are ridiculously expensive right now, though. So I don't know. Sapporo, it's okay. I'm not a fan of beer though. I've never been a fan of beer, but the regular Asahi was acceptable. Sapporo is like borderline for me. I'm like, I wouldn't mind not having this in my life anymore. That's kind of where I'm at. But if I have it in front of me like I do now, I will drink it. But Orion beer, I'm sorry. I have to apologize again to Okinawa and all the people that drink Orion beer. I can't go back to that. I'm sorry. I can't. I didn't know it was so bitter. I guess people in Japan like that kind of stuff. They like really bitter stuff. I can't. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I also don't drink coffee. Maybe that's why I was kind of like shocked when I had it. I don't drink coffee, so I don't like coffee. Judge me all you want. I don't like coffee. But little kids here, they drink coffee. They do. If you go to what is that store called? What is that coffee store called? It's on the tip of my tongue. What is it called? Is it called Karudi Coffee? I think that's what it's called. I think that's what it is. Yeah, if you go there, they always at the front of the store, they always have like a lady there pouring coffee samples into like these little paper cups. You can have samples. There's like families will come and then they'll have like young couple and they'll have like kids that are like in between the ages of like 4 and 9 years old. And they literally just take a sample and they drink the coffee. That's not a thing in North America, is it? When I was little, actually when I was living in Canada, so even like recently, so 5 years ago, I was in my early to mid 20s or whatever. I used to think that if anybody was like younger than the age of 17 or 18, you absolutely should not drink coffee. I used to think of it as like smoking. You know, smoking is what, 19 or whatever? What is it in North America? 19, right? I used to think of coffee like that as well. It's like, if you're under the age, then you shouldn't drink coffee. That's what I used to always think. But now I'm just like, why does that even matter? Right? Little kids are drinking, it's just bitter. It's coffee, like, why? You know, but in North America, I think little kids would have coffee if like their mother or father leaves it on the counter. And then the little kid thinks it's cool, so they'll reach over the counter and just take a sip while their parents aren't looking. It's something like that, right? But here in Japan, it's like, oh, let's go to Kaldi Coffee, have some free coffee samples here. 4-year-old son, would you like some? You can have some. That's what it is. It's normal here. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's go through this video, shall we? I don't know if it'll be loud enough or whatever. Oh no! Is YouTube doing that weird thing again? So I found out, well, I think everybody knows this now. If you have like ad blocker on or something, your YouTube becomes really slow. Is that still a thing? My YouTube's like taking forever to load. Yes. He's too quiet. Yes. I don't know if you guys can hear that well enough. Oh, we'll just leave it like this, that's fine. Alright, so I guess we don't have to watch myself coming through the door 3 times. So, we're gonna have to though. So, yeah, my manga collection. This video was filmed on the day that I posted, so 6 days ago. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, 6 days ago is when I actually filmed it as well. So, when it comes to making IRL videos like this, typically I can film, edit, and upload it all within 1 day. Typically I can do that. The main reason is because, as you can see, this video is only 19 minutes long. compared to me making over 1 hour long videos for all my gaming videos. That's a big difference for me. So when I film something like this and it's that short, it's so much easier for me to do everything. And I have more motivation because I'm like, oh, it won't take that long to edit it. It won't take that long to film everything, you know? So, yeah. I guess we'll just watch it. I don't know what to explain right now. Yeah, I wanted to, like, do some, like, more Japanese stuff. I wanted to add, like, what video was it? The video where I cooked, what was it? Or not cooked. I think it was the one where I made pudding. I think that was it. And then I made pancakes as well in that video. That video, I tried to make it as Japanese as I could by adding like those Japanese sound effects and everything. I wanted to do that in this video as well, but unfortunately, I absolutely can't remember what the website was that I got all those sound effects from that every Japanese YouTuber and TV programs use here in Japan. So unfortunately, I couldn't do that.
Yes.
But also, the fact that I edit all my videos on my phone. Yes, I still do that. Even though last time I tried editing my Kirby video on my computer using what is it, PowerDirect or whatever. I found a problem with using that, and that is you get watermarks on the free version, and it doesn't mention that. I found that out through somewhere, I forget where I found that out. So as soon as I found that out, I completely stopped using it. Because as of right now, since I don't make revenue on my YouTube videos, there's absolutely no point in me buying or subscribing monthly to editing softwares and stuff like that because I'm just losing money. So I might as well keep doing everything on my phone. But the problem with doing all the editing on my phone is not the most common things that you guys would think of. It's more the sounds. They don't sync very well, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it. So when I add like sound effects and stuff like that, it doesn't what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't sync up well with the video. Like it'll be like delayed. I don't know how to explain it. But that's what happens. And I don't know why it does that. So yeah, that's a problem with it. So everything still gets done on my phone. And no sound effects. So but I did try and use Japanese again, which I know majority of you, if not all of you, absolutely hate it when I speak Japanese in my videos. I'm not sure why though. You guys don't like it when I add the subtitles at the bottom and like say some Japanese sentences within my videos. You guys don't like that. I've asked that on Astropo once, and I think everyone that voted in it said they didn't like it, which is kind of strange to me. I'm not sure why, but yeah. So this video has it, but yeah. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? I think it was something important that I was gonna say right now. I don't remember. Whatever. What is up? We're back. It's been a while since we've been on camera like this, but today we got episode 3 of my manga collection video right over there. But you guys remember from the I think I'm not sure if this is what I want to say or not. Maybe I already mentioned it, I don't know. So this video was posted 6 days ago, recorded 6 days ago. Yeah, my collection has already changed. A bit, quite a bit actually. It has. If you're following me on my Twitter, then you'll have seen the photo that I posted. It's already changed. So I could actually film episode 4 already if I wanted to. But I'm gonna save that for a couple months later. Maybe it's too soon to post it. And there's like a lot more things I'm still trying to get before I film the next video. So, but I could already if I wanted it to. If I wanted to. The previous video that I posted, that the collection currently looks like that. And yeah, that's not even all the manga on the shelf right there. But as you can clearly tell, it is super tiny in the corner right there. So what are we gonna do? Well, I'll show you what we're gonna do. So that's. I think I should film another apartment tour video. I don't know why I'm saying that all of a sudden. One reason is because out of what I'm seeing here in this video, a lot of my furniture and the carpet that you see right there, and then that couch. I don't know if you guys can see my car. This couch here, I know you can't really see it. A lot of things I'm trying to change because I just don't like it how it is because it's been like this for years. So I'm trying to get rid of this carpet, get a new carpet, move this couch out of here because it's so in the way. And then I want to get like a full-size couch. This is like one of those miniature couches. I think it's probably a Japan only thing. It's like a miniature couch. So when you sit back, like your back, the back part of the couch will only go up to like your mid back section because that's just how small it is, if that makes sense. So you can't rest your head back. You can't actually lean back. You know, it's like that. So I want to change a bunch of things in there. So I feel like before this building gets destroyed in approximately 3 to 4 years because of age, I do want to film another apartment tour, something like that. I don't know. And I get some new furniture and stuff like that, but definitely my new place that I go to. Yeah, I for sure will do that. We'll get like new furniture and lay everything out exactly how I want it. Right. I bought my manga collection, a bit of a gift. I don't know why I'm pointing at it. You guys can clearly see it. That's really stupid. Yeah, so this bookshelf, that box, it arrived like 24 hours late. That's unheard of in Japan for something to arrive late, regardless of what it is, whether it's a train, they're trying to catch a bus, anything, whether it's something else. Yeah, it's unheard of in Japan, but because like a couple weeks ago or whatever, there's been so much snow here. So wherever I ordered that bookshelf from, or I should say wherever it came from, there was probably way too much snow, so they couldn't deliver it. So it arrived 24 hours late. Amazon lied to me. They said it would come in 2 days. It came in 3 days. I'm not really complaining though, because that's without Amazon Prime. I think in North America, if you order something on Amazon without Amazon Prime, it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get to you. Or at least that's what it used to be. Here in Japan, without Amazon Prime, you'll get it in 2 days, regardless of, or I should say, like, if nothing weird happens or whatever. Yeah, you'll get it in 2 days. With Amazon Prime, you'll get it in 24 hours. So I don't know if Amazon Prime's even worth it here in Japan. Like, are people that desperate that they can't wait, like, an extra 24 hours? That they gotta pay monthly? Okay, so... And even without Amazon Prime here, you still get tracking and stuff like that, so, like... Free Amazon Prime, if you ask me. That's like the North American version of Amazon Prime is what's free here. At least that's what I feel. What we got here is my manga collection overfilling. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to point just because, yeah, Japan's all about that. People like pointing when they're showing things like, oh, this, oh, that, oh, this over there. Oh, look at that. Anyways, so we got the manga collection here, but as you can see, it's like overflowing. Whatever, and yeah, there's even more over there, and they have nowhere to go. One thing I noticed is when I pan the camera and turn it and stuff like that, it sounds like I added sound effects, but I didn't. It's just the wind going through the microphone, but it actually sounded like a real like added in sound effect. Yeah, there's even more over there, and they have nowhere to go. Maybe that's how it was originally made. We're gonna go from this all the way to this. Yeah, anyways, so we got the manga collection here, but as you can see, it's like over, and they have. So that effect when you go like this with the camera and then change the scene, I feel like that's a thing that only like IRL YouTubers do, or that car people do, like car YouTubers. I'm talking, if you guys know who Eliminate is, those kind of people, and like TJ Hunt and stuff like that. I feel like those kind of people are the ones that use that effect. So like a manga collection video, where it's like, how do I say this in the nicest way possible? It's only nerds and stuff like that, you know? I feel like those kind of people don't do stuff like that. But I did. You know, which I feel like is unusual for a video like this, to have effects like that. It's like not part of the style. I don't know how to explain it. So, we're gonna go from this. But that's just because I'm different. But also, my second YouTube channel is like car related stuff, so I don't know. I don't know where I don't know what I'm trying to explain to you guys or no. This. Yeah, I don't. This part here, I have no idea why I did that. I just wanted to add Japanese into it, but I don't know like why I came up with this idea. And now we're flying high. I guess it doesn't look like it, but I even mentioned, yeah, right here. The reason I stopped moving here is because, as it says right here, my back started hurting. I kid you not. The next morning, after I filmed this video, the back of my shoulder blades and like my upper back section, you have no idea how much pain I was in. And I knew exactly the reason why. It's because of that pose that I made. Yeah, and then to make the thumbnail for this video as well, I had to retake that photo of me posing like that. I had to do it about 10 times until I finally got it right. My back and my shoulder blades were in so much pain the next morning. Like, yeah, I kind of just like stopped moving here because I was thinking to myself like, oh, that was a bad idea. So here it is. Here's the new bookshelf. It's a lot bigger and a lot smaller than I was expecting. And here is exactly. Yeah, I meant to say that. It's a lot bigger and a lot smaller than I was expecting. Why? It was like a lot more books could go on the shelf than I was expecting. But then at the same time, it was like shallower. I said narrow, but I think I meant to say shallower. But that's normal for a shelf that holds specifically books like manga. Is the previous shelf I was using. You could put like 2 rows of books because it was so deep. Yeah. Mainly. And I've never had a bookshelf like this one, so I thought it was too narrow, and I was like, maybe I don't like this, but it's actually perfect. So. Because the only problem is because it's so tall and like kind of narrow, I guess. Yeah, earthquakes. That's a problem. I did actually tape it, which you guys will hear in a second in the video. That I tried to ask for help and stuff like that. It's a lot narrower than I was expecting, but as you can tell, it's only like 70% full, maybe 60% full. Okay, sorry, I gotta change the subject here all of a sudden. I know I'm like talking a lot and pausing. I just opened this Meronpan. Okay, I have a snack here. Meronpan's like sweet bread. Oh my god, the smell. Meronpan doesn't usually smell like this. It's like more buttery. It's a little different. Meronpan's usually like crispy and more sugary on top, and it has like the grill marks texture. This one's different. I don't know where this one came from. Chateauray is it? I don't know, you guys might know that store. Does it exist overseas? And what country does that come from? I mean, that's French, but does it exist in North America too? Chateauray is it? I don't know. Oh, it smells like pure, like shortbread cookie. It smells like that's what it is. It smells like a shortbread cookie, but it tastes exactly like a Meronpan should. But it's not crispy though. So we got a lot of room to work with, and we will keep collecting and see how far we can go. Yep, this is definitely a problem, as you can tell. If you can see, I'm barely moving that with my finger. And the fact that I live in a country of earthquakes, yeah, this is a problem. So what I did is I had double-sided tape and I just put it right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. So right behind like this top section here of the wood, I just put like a long strip of double-sided tape and then I pushed it against the wall. It seems to be working. So now my bookshelf doesn't like shake or anything anymore. And then, oh, I don't know if you can see. So it did come with hardware, okay, to mount it to the wall. But this, yeah, so it's cement. I can't drill into that. I don't want to. It's cement. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to drill into that to mount this to the wall. So, this is where you guys come in and help me out here. And I'm still pointing like crazy all the time, and for some reason using an accent. I have no idea why, but that's okay. 皆さん、ちょっとお手伝い欲しいんですよ. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas of something that I could do to mount this to the wall without actually drilling into here, because I can't. And so this bookshelf is 130 centimeters high, I think. I wanted to get out 160, which would have just been right underneath the air conditioner up here. So it would have fit perfectly, but the 130 is actually a lot better. because like it's less covering or whatever. Like 130 is actually a lot better than I thought it was.
Since it's
Or that I thought it was going to be.
please give me some ideas. I was thinking of just taping it to the wall, but yeah, if an earthquake comes, yeah, that tape's not gonna hold. This thing's gonna come crashing
It'll hold. The tape I use is actually really strong. I think it should be able to hold.
down. So
Here's the thing though, the bookshelf. I only use like half of the hardware that it actually came with. Like all the backboards or whatever. There's like these plastic pieces that you're supposed to like nail in. Like a lot of them, like 20 of them. I didn't use any of them. I didn't understand why I needed them, so I just didn't use them. I think it's so like the backboard doesn't like wobble and stuff like that, but I didn't want to have to nail into the bookshelf and stuff like that because I didn't want to crack anything or do it wrong. I didn't use any of them. The bookshelf's still standing. It's been almost a week and it's fine, so
yeah, also
I think it's just to make it more like sturdy, more rigid. Okay, so here I mentioned
it's not level because there's like the outlet or whatever.
yeah, I don't know what that is. It's not an outlet. It's like I don't know what it is, like a phone something. This building's really old, okay? So everything's like awkwardly placed like that.
Whatever the heck that is. So it's not.
So yeah, because of that, the bookshelf's kind of like tiny bit slanted. So what I did is I bought like carpet tiles a couple days ago from a store called Nitori, and I just put them underneath, and now it's kind of more flush, I guess, and like less scratching to everything. So
Not really flat, so it kind
Pretty
of
good
wobbles
now.
a little bit. So I'm gonna put like a piece of paper or something underneath it. But here it is, the new bookshelf, and it looks so good from a distance. Check this out. That actually looks so good compared to the old one. Everything is on there now, and as you can clearly tell, we still have a lot of space.
yeah, I did not think that the manga I currently had in this video, I did not think it would take that small amount of space on the shelf. I thought it would fill it like maybe 90% of the way. It's literally only like 60% full out of what you can see there. Right now it's like 70, 75%. I added quite a bit these past couple days. Yeah. So now it's like it's definitely a lot more than you can see in this video. And then I think as of right now there's one series I just started, MF Ghost, as you guys know. If you're following me on my Twitter, you'll know I really got into that all of a sudden. So I started watching MF Ghost. I'm like on I just finished episode 9 last night. So I have 3 more episodes to watch. But then I found 3 volumes of the manga for sale actually at a secondhand bookstore, which is unheard of because MF Ghost is impossible to find in secondhand bookstores. So you'd have to buy brand new, but MF Ghost is really expensive. You're paying like 800 yen for a single volume, which is weird. Typically, a new manga, well, it used to be in the past. Nowadays, because of inflation and stuff like that, you used to pay like 450 yen for a new volume. MF Ghost, you're paying double the amount. So I've been holding off on buying it just because to buy the whole thing it would cost me like $200. So, but I found the first 3 volumes. Actually, I found volumes 2 and 3 at a bookstore. Neither of the stores that I bought all 3 volumes were at a book off store. Neither of them. So one store I found volumes 2 and 3 for like half price, and then I went to another store and I found volume 1 for also half price. So I bought them, which is still expensive for used manga. Paying like over 300 yen is still really expensive, but it's like half price compared to buying new. So, and MF Ghost is still relatively new in general. So even the used copies, they look like they're brand new, like the previous person that owned them. Definitely took really good care of them, or only had it for like a week and then sold it off. They probably bought it, opened it, like they bought it new, opened it, and then they read it. And because it was most likely a Japanese person that read it, they could read it within an hour. Whereas when I read a manga, it takes me 6-7 hours if I'm constantly sitting without getting distracted. It'll take me about 5-6 hours maybe to complete a single volume. But a Japanese person reading it, they probably bought it new, took it home, I guess, or whatever, opened it, read it, and then probably on the same day or the very next day, they probably sold it to a secondhand bookstore or something. Maybe. So that's why it's like brand new condition. So I have the first 3 volumes. are like brand new. I paid half price for it, so that's good. But finding the rest of it will either be impossible or I just have to buy brand new. But yeah, I'm trying to hold off on watching the last 3 episodes of the anime just because I'm too far ahead. I want to catch up when it comes to reading manga, but I don't know uh how far the anime goes in the manga. So for example, Blood Lad, which I've read the entire manga series and I've watched the anime as well. I think that's the only series that I can think of off the top of my head where I've done both completely. So the manga goes 17 volumes. It's the whole complete set to the end of the story. And then the anime is only 10 episodes out of what I remember. Maybe there's new episodes out now, but that was like 10 years ago, so I don't know what it is now. But I highly doubt they continued it. So the anime goes 10 episodes plus a bonus episode, whatever it's called, OVA or whatever the heck it's called. It only goes up to, I believe it's either volume 7 or volume 8 of the manga. So in order to know the rest of the story, you have to read from volumes 9 to 17, and that's what I did. So I don't know what MF Ghost does, but there's only 12 episodes of the anime, but it just recently came out like a couple months ago. But I think the manga came out like I don't know, 10 years ago maybe or something. I don't know, quite a few years ago, so it's quite delayed. So I don't know if they're gonna continue the anime series or not. But it definitely won't be anytime soon if they decide to do that. But yeah, I definitely want to, I guess, catch up when it comes to reading the manga, which I don't know how far I have to go in order to catch up to the current location that I am when it comes to watching the anime. So we'll see. It's probably like volume 4, maybe volume 5, something like that, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, reading manga obviously takes me way longer compared to just sitting and watching the anime, so I'm getting too far ahead.
So let's quickly go through what we have and tell you guys what's happening in the.
So I'm looking for, out of what you see here, I think from this video to right now, so 6 days, I think I've added maybe 10 more volumes to this. It's a little more full now. I'm still 2 series that I have yet to start collecting that I do want to try and find, which I think will be really difficult. The first one is Osaka Mad Family, to continue like the racing genre, because I'm all about that. And then the second one is GT Girl. I don't think I'm gonna find either of those two. Actually no, Osaka Mad Family, I found volume 1 at some really random bookstore. I looked at it, but I didn't buy it because I was too hesitant to start a new series, because I need to read all the manga that I currently have first, and then also because I started collecting MF Ghost, so I didn't want to start another series all of a sudden. But now that I think about it, I should have bought that. I should have. It was only volume 1. It was at a secondhand bookstore. It was like 220 yen or whatever. I can't believe I was hesitant. I should have bought it. The first volume of Osaka Mad Family. And then GT Girl I've never seen anywhere. I think there's only like 3 or 4 volumes or whatever. I've never seen that anywhere. Secondhand bookstore or like an actual like bookstore, so where they sell new books. I've never. I don't know how to buy that or where to buy it. I have no idea. But yeah, those are the 2 that I'm looking for. And then if I can find some of the other stuff like One Gun Midnight, which definitely will be impossible, or some other racing stuff. There is Bakuon, which is the motorcycle one. That's everywhere, but I don't know if I want to collect that, actually. I've watched the anime. That was a long time ago. I don't know if I want to collect it, though. It is automotive related, but I don't know. It's too... how do I say it? It's too anime. How do I explain it? You know, like, typical animes where they're, like, cute girls and... Like, oh, there's a boy, he sits at the very back left of the classroom next to the window, and all of his classmates, all 20 of his classmates are all cute girls, you know? And Bakuon's like that. And that's what I don't like about when it comes to like racing genre of anime slash manga. So that's why I don't want to collect it. Maybe. What else is like? I think GT Girls like that as well, where like it's too cutesy. You know what I mean? For a genre like that, too many cute girls in it. It's too like typical anime. You know. That's why I like Initial D, because it's not about that at all. And then MF Ghost is not like that at all either. And then Osaka Mad Family and what is it? Obarebu. Obarebu, all the characters are female in it, but it's definitely not like the cute boy with the cute girls in the classroom type of anime, you know, slash manga. It's not like that. And then Osaka Mad Family, one reason I'm really interested in that all of a sudden, not just because it's a racing genre related, and because I did find the first volume and noticed that, hey, I should collect this. It looks like it's like mafia related or like Yakuza related. And I'm like, that would be so cool if they put the two together. So that's why. What? What do you mean, what? What do you mean?
Future. Alright, so for the most part, I don't have to really explain much to you guys about what we have here, because we did that in the last video. But to quickly go through everything, we have...
Alright, I'm drunk. Maybe. Is my face getting red? It might be. 確かに。確かに赤くなってるよ。顔。Am I also streaming on Twitch? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to dual stream. There's a possibility I'm on Twitch as well. If that's the case, I not only didn't know that, but also, if anybody types in on my Twitch chat, I won't be able to see it, because I have no idea that I'm even streaming on there, if I am.
Of Initial D on the
I don't
top
know,
row, and
I don't know how to dual stream, so...
of course, like last time, there's volumes every once in a while missing, just because in the stores where I buy these from, certain volumes, they don't have them, so I can't buy them. So I'm literally just buying whatever volumes I can find that I don't have.
Yeah, the problem with Initial D is everything after volume 36 is impossible to find. I think it goes up to 48. I've never seen anything after volume 36. I don't know why. It's like, it's impossible to find it. So I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. I think the only way, like certain volumes, when it comes to all the series that I have, if I absolutely can't find them in like bookstores in my area, I think the only way I'm gonna find them is either literally just buy it online, like off Amazon or eBay or whatever, or just literally go to Tokyo and go to the big book off stores there, and I'll probably find it.
So, yeah.
I try to refrain from buying online though. When it comes to buying manga, I don't really want to buy online. I don't know, there's just something about it where I don't want to do that.
Eventually, we'll have all this for sure.
It's like, it's not satisfying either.
But for
And
now,
typically people upcharge when it comes to manga online. Like crazy, people upcharge.
there are volumes every once in a while missing. So, Initial D, incomplete. We're almost there, though. I think we're like a little over halfway, maybe? Something like that. And then we got, well, that's not manga related, but One Ok Rock is my favorite band of all time. So that's sitting here for now, just
To this day, it's still true. One Ok Rock is my favorite band.
because I have the space for it. And then we move on to the second shelf. Like last time. Well, this time we got more than 3 shelves. We got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 shelves. Beautiful. Now, shelf number
雨
2.
降ってる? It's raining outside. I'm not sure.
I actually have to crouch here. Okay. So, this... Alright, I picked all of these up, so you guys should not see these from the previous
Yeah,
episode.
the original. I found out this actually is the original Obarebu. And they're in like mint condition, even though they came out like 20 years ago. Unfortunately, though, I think it goes to like volume 20 or 30 something. So I'm missing like after the, what is that, 21 that I have right there. After that, it's like there's like another 10 or 15 volumes. And unfortunately, I'm missing that first one, and then I'm missing volume, what is it? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, oh, 19, 18, 19, 20, I guess? Yeah. There's no way I'm ever gonna find this. There's no way I can find the rest of it. It's impossible. You have no idea how lucky I was to find all these.
Episode. I was very, very lucky to find these. So we have Ovarevu. I believe this is the original one too. I think there's 3 generations, which generation 1, generation 2.
It is in this order. I questioned myself like 2 or 3 times in this video. This is the correct order. This is Gen 1, this is Gen 2, and this is Gen 3. I actually do have all of it now, Gen 2 and Gen 3. I managed to find all of it. I did pay a little too much for some of the later volumes in Gen 3. Totally worth it, though. There's one store in my city where I knew they had all the volumes of the 3rd gen, and it's been at that store for a couple years now. I've been just hesitant to buy it. But then I told myself there's no way I'm going to find it anywhere else. So I ended up buying all the rest of it. I think it goes to number... It's still ongoing, but right now it goes up to 10. But yeah, I paid a little too much for all of it, considering that there's secondhand. I think volume 10 I paid like 500 yen for it. Which I know in general that's really cheap. That's only like $5. Under $5. But in Japan standards for a used copy of manga, that's very expensive. 500 yen is incredibly expensive, but totally worth it considering the fact that it's like in brand new condition, and their original retail price was like 700 yen or something, so it was worth it. And that store was the only store I've ever seen volume 10, so definitely worth it.
3. I believe it's in that order. I could be wrong though. It could be.
I think Gen 2 only has 4 volumes, I think. I found so I went to one store. They had volume 2, and that's it. That's all they had of the 2nd gen. So I was really lucky that that specific volume is what they had. And then I went to another store, the store where I found the rest of the 3rd gen, and they had volume 4. Only volume 4. So I was so lucky that I found 2 and 4, both at different stores, but the exact ones that I needed. I was super lucky. I was like, I'm definitely not passing up on this, so I bought them both.
Maybe this is the original. I don't know.
And then after the research that I did, apparently I completed Gen 2 and Gen 3, which I didn't know until I looked it up online and realized I actually have the complete Gen 3 is still ongoing, but I have up to what's out right now.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong if you know better, but I believe this is the original one. So, we have volumes. We're missing the original volume, or volume 1, I guess. And then we have 2, 3, 4, missing 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know, why am I counting for you guys? Like, if I needed to count for you guys, wouldn't you think that you'd have to go back to, like, kindergarten or something? Maybe I should be the one to go back there. Maybe. Just maybe. But anyways.
You know what? Let me check my Twitch, actually. It might actually stream me on Twitch. I don't know how to dual stream. I might be. I don't think I am. No, doesn't look like I am. No, it doesn't say that I'm live, and there's no video, so... No. We're only on YouTube.
So we got, yeah, of course, missing volumes. I don't know what it goes up to, actually. But you guys have no idea how lucky I was to find this. So it was at my local book.
Gen 1 goes to 30-something. Gen 2, I think, is only 1 to 4. And then Gen 3 is currently up to 10, but it's still ongoing. I believe that's what it is. If I'm not mistaken.
Shockingly, I didn't have to go, like, super far away or whatever to find it. I just, one day when I had free time, I just went to a book off store just to look around. And unexpectedly, I found all of these. I bought all. I
wonder if I go back to that book off store where I bought the 1st gen, I wonder if I can find the rest of it. I wonder if they have it or not.
Them.
Although I did buy these, that was before I went to Hawaii, so this was like a month ago. So chances are maybe someone bought all the other ones or whatever. If there's anything, maybe they restocked or something.
So they had missing volumes. At first I was only gonna buy like the first 4 or 5 or whatever. But then I told myself, you know what? These are all 100 yen. And on that day that I went, it was on sale. Like, everything was on sale. It was like a...
Yeah. I'm so glad I bought the whole thing. 100 yen for each volume. And then on top of that, I forget what it is, but book off stores every once in a while they have like these promotion days or whatever, where if you buy like 10 volumes, you get 20% off. It's like that. So I bought, I don't know how many volumes that is. So they reach 100 yen, and then my bill was 20% off as well. So I paid like nothing for all of those. So all of the volumes I paid maybe like 50 cents for each of them. It's crazy. Absolutely amazing. Totally 100% worth it. I'm so glad I bought all of the ones that I was able to find. I'm so glad I didn't pass up on it.
Promotion day or whatever it was. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy the whole thing. Because there's no way I'm ever gonna find this anywhere else. And so far that's true. I have not seen these anywhere. And they're in amazing condition too for being secondhand. Yep. All of them are in like mint condition. So I think the previous owner or whoever owned these before probably dumped these at a book off store. And then yeah, they probably literally treated them like royalty. So yeah, I managed to pick all of them up that they had. Unfortunately, some of them are missing, but that's fine. I highly doubt I'm ever gonna find the rest of these. So maybe I'll get lucky one day, but I really doubt I'm ever gonna find these.
I just noticed something. Sorry, I gotta change the subject. I just noticed 15-year-old Justin Bieber right here. Why am I mentioning that, you ask? Recently, these past like 2 days or something. In the past, a long time ago, I used to watch it. But for some reason, 2 days ago, I'm not sure how it happened or how I started watching it all of a sudden again. I've been watching Silent Library. I've been watching that show again. Super nostalgic. So yeah, I'm getting like a lot of recommendations. YouTube recommendations of Silent Library. Unfortunately, 15-year-old Justin Bieber is one of the main Silent Library episodes that's being recommended to me.
And then we got the Gen 2, I believe. Again,
how old is he now?
If I'm wrong.
I don't know how old is he. Like, what's happening with Justin Bieber right now? Yeah, I haven't not been paying attention. Like in the past, I mean, because I used to live in Canada, and he's from Canada, so there'd be a lot more news about him. But ever since moving to Japan, what's been happening to him? Is he still like? Does he still do concerts? Is he still like the most what's the word I'm looking for? Do the girls still go crazy for him? Like, well, what's happening with him now? The one, whenever I think about him, the one thing that first always comes to my mind is what is it? He got a DUI charge for driving a Lamborghini like 300 kilometers on the freeway or something like that. He got arrested for it. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. That was like 10 years ago though, or something like that.
Wrong about this order. I believe it goes Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. I think. Anyways.
And then I think they ended up smashing his Lamborghini. Like they trashed it. Or what is it called when they junkyarded his Lamborghini. I remember that.
So we got Gen 2 here, 90s Ovarebu. I only have the first two.
I'm like, what good is that gonna do? He's just gonna buy another one. You know how much money he probably has? He could buy like 50 of those. Oh, we might as well smash all of them then.
Seriously?
Okay, once Lamborghinis have, once they go extinct because of that, then move on to Ferrari. Maybe if we're willing to, move on to Bugatti. Maybe.
Seriously? In the middle of the video? Okay. Yeah, okay. It'll do that. Okay. You guys can probably tell that I'm really like upset that just happened. Okay, so we got volumes 1 and 3. I explained in the last video as to why I have these two volumes and missing whatever else and stuff like that. Long story short, the store that I went to, they had these and they had 1 and 3 and I couldn't find number 2. Anyways, so we got 1 and 3, and then we got Gen 3 of whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have found some of the later volumes, but they were kind of expensive, so I didn't buy them, even though I should have. I could go back to the store where I found them, and I could actually get that. I might do that actually, so I'll be able to do that because I've never seen them anywhere else but that one store. So we got that, and then we got who's this? Hey, who's this? This is Sunglass. Yeah, that's actually his name, actually, from Blue Ham Ham, for those of you that
What
don't
if
know.
Blue Ham Ham is a thing
that is.
outside of Japan? I don't know how it got started or what came into it. Like, I don't know what the backstory behind Blue Ham Ham is and stuff like that. But I found out about it through YouTube. I think that's where it originates from. Like, these little... They're like kind of like music videos using these kind of blue mouse characters or whatever, cats or whatever they are. And they just like dance to like famous songs, copyrighted songs. That's it. That's what it is. That's what I know of it as. I don't know like where it came from though originally and stuff like that. And if it's even a thing, like do people outside of Japan know what this is? There's I believe there's 5 characters right now. The original there was only 4 and they added 1 new character. So there's Sungurasu, which is like the beatboxer. There's Bikkuri, which is surprised. There's Odoru, which is the dancing one. And then how many is that? 1, 2. Is that 4? Is that 3? 4? And then there's a new one called I don't know what it's called. I think he's called Baby. I'm not really sure, but he wears a diaper. I think that's what they added. Something like that.
Sunglasses. Okay. And then we got shelf number 3. That's cool.
Oh no, there's one more actually. I missed one. It's called Whoa! No, I'm serious. That's actually his name, which is like Bikkuri. No, not Bikkuri. Bikkuri's the other one. Bikkuri's like, oh, surprised. I think. Something like that. Wait, there's... Okay, hold on. There's Sungurasu. There's Bikkuri. There's Odoru. And then there's Whoa! And then there's the new one, which is... I don't know what its name is. I think it's called Baby. I'm not really sure, though. So yeah, there's 5.
We're not even at the bottom of the shelf. That's unheard of. Okay. So we got volumes 1, 2, 3 of Secret Gen 1. Or, sorry. How do I say that? Okay, Secret 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And I believe that's complete. And then we got Doubt 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's also complete.
This series is really hard to find. It's super old. So hard to find, though. Secret, I've only ever found it once ever in a bookstore. And that's when I bought them. And then Doubt, you can typically find it in bookstore, like secondhand bookstores, but you'll usually only find like 1 or 2 volumes on the shelf. You'll never find like all of it or whatever. Judge, typically, recently actually, it's harder to find. Like a couple years ago, you could find like volumes 1 to 4 really easily. And then Dead Company, same as Secret, I've only ever seen it once, and I bought it, so pretty lucky.
Judge 1 to 6. Like I mentioned in the last video, 6 was...
I've read Doubt and Judge completely. I did not read Secret and Dead Company because these 2 I bought way after I bought these, and I didn't know they existed, or I didn't know that they were part of the same series. So unfortunately, I ended up reading Doubt and Judge before Secret
existed until I randomly found it at
I didn't know that all of these are part of the same series. I didn't know that.
Bookstore, and I was like, oh, there is a volume 6. Okay. So yeah, I believe this is all complete. And then we got Dead Company, which I think is recent actually. 1, 2, and 3, and I believe this is complete as well. So this entire series, I believe this is all of it. So I think I'm good. But someone let me know if I'm actually missing something. Please let me know because I have no idea. But I believe this is the entire set, which is awesome. And yeah, it was not easy to find these, so really good on that. And then we move to the right,
Yeah, I'm getting I'm either I don't know if it's me getting drunk or if I'm just not doing well. I feel like this beer's really getting to me all of a sudden. I think I'm drunk. I think that's what it is. I can still think properly, but my whole body is just like falling apart right now. I'm gonna fall asleep so fast tonight, which is probably good. Or this Sapporo is just way too strong for me. It is 5%. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm really weak with beer. I don't drink beer. I typically beer. I'll probably drink like 1 or 2 of cans of beer a year. I'm serious. I don't have things like this. I don't like wine. I've had wine I think once in my life. I hated it. I was like, no thanks. And then I have what's called meishu. I think it's called meishu or something like that. I don't remember. It's like a juice version of beer. And typically the alcohol level is slightly lower. So like younger people, I shouldn't say young people. Younger people. It's like people like between the ages of 19 and my age. People like that, it's probably good for them. Or people that are just weak like I am.
We got volumes 1 all the way to 17 complete.
ちょっとトイレ行ってくるけど I gotta go to the bathroom really bad all of a sudden. No, I'm not gonna puke. It's not that. I'm drinking too much of this, so I really have to go to the bathroom now. I want to play a video for you guys while I'm gone. I don't want to just sit here with nothing happening. I was gonna play Silent Library for you guys, but if I play an episode, I might get a copyright strike for that or whatever. So yeah, you guys can watch one of my YouTube videos, I guess. Or you can just watch this, I guess. Here, I'll just play from the beginning, I guess. I'm sure I'll be back within 19 minutes, so here you go. What is up? We're back. It's been a while since we've been on camera like this. But today, we got episode 3 of my manga collection video right over there. But you guys remember from the previous video that I posted that the collection currently looks like that. And yeah, that's not even all the manga on the shelf right there, but as you can clearly tell, it is super tiny in the corner right there. So what are we gonna do? Well, I'll show you what we're gonna do. So that's right. I bought my manga collection a bit of a gift. I don't know why I'm pointing at it. You guys can clearly see it. This is really stupid. Okay, so what we got here is my manga collection overfilling. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to point just because, yeah, Japan's all about that. People like pointing when they're showing things like, oh, this, oh, that, oh, this over there. Oh, look at that. Anyways, so we got the manga collection here, but as you can see, it's like overflowing or whatever. And yeah, there's even more over there. And they have nowhere to go. So we're gonna go from this all the way to this. やっと買ったぜって叩きましたよ. And now we're flying high. So here it is. Here's the new bookshelf. It's a lot bigger and a lot smaller than I was expecting. And here is exactly why. Mainly because it's a lot narrower than I was expecting. But, as you can tell, it's only like 70% full, maybe 60% full. So we got a lot of room to work with. And we will keep collecting and see how far we can go. Yep, this is definitely a problem. As you can tell, if you can see, I'm barely moving that with my finger. And the fact that I live in a country of earthquakes, yeah, this is a problem. So it did come with hardware, okay, to mount it to the wall. But this is cement. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to drill into that to mount this to the wall. So, this is where you guys come in and help me out here. And I'm still pointing like crazy all the time, and for some reason using an accent. I have no idea why, but that's okay. 皆さん、ちょっとお手伝い欲しいんですよ. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas of something that I could do to mount this to the wall without actually drilling into here, because I can't, since it's cement, please give me some ideas. I was thinking of just taping it to the wall, but yeah, if an earthquake comes, yeah, that tape's not gonna hold. This thing's gonna come crashing down. So yeah, also it's not level because there's like the outlet or whatever the heck that is, so it's not really flat, so it kind of wobbles a little bit. So I'm gonna put like a piece of paper or something underneath it. But here it is, the new bookshelf, and it looks so good from a distance. Check this out. That actually looks so good. No, I did not go to the bathroom to puke, okay? I'm getting dizzy. This beer. Wait, I can prove to you guys that I can still walk in a straight line. Somehow. I don't know if that camera can do justice. Wait, let me try it. Can I somehow walk in a straight line and prove it to you guys that I'm not drunk? Okay. Am I not drunk? Oh god. I swear to god, I'm not drunk, okay? I'm gonna continue to drink, but I'm not drunk, okay? I promise you guys, okay? There's gotta be a way I can prove to you guys that I can still walk in a straight line, okay? So, oh, what did I just click on?
Please give me some
Okay.
ideas.
Let me pause that. Am I streaming my old video? Yeah, I am. I usually do that. My live streams, we usually do that. I usually go through my old videos. Actually, it's not old. I posted this less than a week ago. Let's see. Let me make this bigger. Okay. How red is my face right now? You guys don't need to know. Okay. So, is there a way I can prove that I can still walk in a straight line? Okay. I don't have like anything to put on the ground that's like a straight line. Okay, maybe I can just like do this without falling over. So I'm as far back as I can go. My bed's like right. It's not that far. Like just reaching out like this, I'm almost touching the camera. So I'm not that far. So I can walk perfectly fine. Okay, I'll do it twice just to prove it to you guys. Okay, watch. I'm gonna try and walk as straight as I can up to the camera. Okay, I can't walk that far though. That was good, right? Is there a way? Am I allowed to show my feet? I can walk in a straight line. I can so walk in a straight line. Oh shoot. Wait. My bed is too close. Okay. That's as far as I can go. There you go. That's proof, right? Is that enough proof? That's enough proof, right? I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk, okay? No, I am drunk, but I'm not like to the point where I'm gonna like punch someone or do some weird stuff, you know? No. Trust me, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine. Seriously, I'm fine. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Alright. Let's I don't know.
I was thinking of just taping
How
it to the
far did
wall.
we get into this? Yeah, maybe I am drunk. I can't remember where we left off. We're here.
Volumes 1, 2, 3.
No, we were past that.
So, this is the entire set,
Dude!
which is
Okay,
awesome.
so we're here.
And yeah, it was not easy to find these, so really good on that. And then move to the right, to the right.
Oh, no,
That's,
actually, what they do in
volumes
Japan,
1.
TV commercials all like this, Japanese beer commercials. This is not a sponsor, by the way, but they open the beer and then, you know, the foam comes out, and then they take a sip, and they overreact so hard to the point that it's like this. It's like Sapporo beer. Ah, ume!
All the way to 17 complete of Bloodline. This is my original manga that I ever read, like the first manga I ever read in my life, and also the first anime that I've ever watched in my life.
That's a lie.
So it's kind of like
That's a lie. It's not the first anime I've ever watched in my life. It's the second. The first anime I ever watched in my life. I'm talking, when I say first ever, I'm talking like that I actually sat down to watch from episode 1 all the way to the last episode. Like thoroughly and actually understand it. The first anime I ever actually watched in my life was either Dragon Ball, Doraemon, or Pokemon, stuff like that. But I was little and I just watched random episodes that were playing on TV. Back when I used to come visit my grandparents here in Japan. Stuff like that. But like the first series that I actually sat down on my own time to actually watch each episode was Haganai. There's an anime called Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai. That's a good first anime to start off with. It's I don't know, go watch it if you want. And then Bloodline was the second. But for some reason I said first in here. I don't know why.
nostalgic for me. I really
But Bloodline is actually the first manga I've ever read in my life. It is actually. In English and Japanese. I've read both completely from start to finish. The English volumes I have in Canada, they're in like a closet collecting dust right now. I do have the whole set and I paid like $300 for it, which is ridiculous. One volume was like $20. back then. I think manga's still like that nowadays though. In North America, it's so expensive. I actually bought the whole thing, which is the stupidest thing ever. You should never read manga in English. Even though like I understand the people that do read in English is because you can't read Japanese. If you're passionate enough to learn Japanese, learn enough so that you can read manga in Japanese. Trust me, it's totally worth it. You like I can never read an English manga ever again in my life. I can't do that anymore. I just can't. I can't make myself do that anymore.
Really love the art design in this and the story as well. Just everything about all the characters and everything. Super underrated series, but honestly one of my favorites of all time. So if you get a chance, read Blood Lad or watch the anime or whatever.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, volume.
I'm dead serious. If you've never heard of Blood Lad, or you've never watched it or read it, highly recommend it. To this day, out of everything that I've seen, I haven't watched things recently. I mean, I'm watching MF Ghost right now. But anything after roughly around 2015, 2016, I have not seen. So anything that came out after 2015, 16 time, I don't know anything about those. But everything before that, or not everything, but like a lot of things before that. Blood Lad to this day is still one of my favorites, and it's super underrated. So yeah, definitely go watch it / read it. I mentioned earlier that well, I don't know if it's still like that or not, but the anime I believe is only 10 episodes long, I think, out of what I remember. And then there's one bonus episode. And I think the anime only goes up to I think volume 7 or volume 8 of the manga. So in order to know the rest of the story, you have to read like another 10-ish volumes in order to know how the story ends. And number 17 is actually the end of the story too. So 1 to 17 is actually the complete series from start to finish.
Volumes 1 to 15 were easy to find. Volume 16 took me 3 years to find. And then I finally found it at a local book off store. And then 17, I went to another city. And luckily I found it, but that was a couple years ago. So we have it all. 1 to 17, complete. And then
so glad
we
I
have
have it all.
shelf number 4.
16 and 17. 17, I got really lucky and I found that volume. Almost instantly after I started collecting Blood Lad. But I've only ever found it once, ever. And it was in a book off store like outside of the city that I'm living in. So I was lucky to find it there and I'm so glad I bought it. About a week, was it a week ago? I actually found a copy of volume 17 at my local book off store. And that's the first time since I bought the volume that I currently have. And then volume 16 took me 3 years to find. For some reason, everything after 14, for some reason, it's just impossible to find. I think most series are like that, though. Initial D, everything after 36, I've never seen anywhere. I don't know why. I think it goes up to 48, so 12 volumes. I don't know why. Like, where are they all? You know? And Blood Lad's like that, too. Everything after 14 is impossible to find anywhere. I have no idea why, though.
First time I've ever
But
seen
everything from volumes 1 to 14, any, like, secondhand bookstore you go to, you'll most likely find it.
that. And, it's definitely not the last time, that's for sure. So,
Ugh.
Chainsaw Man, volumes 1 to 4, which you guys saw last time. These first 4 volumes, I won in a raffle at my previous workplace that I used to work at. So my name was entered in a raffle, and I ended up winning the first 4 volumes of Chainsaw Man. Wasn't originally going to pick these up, but now that I have them, I'm like, you know what? I'll read it. I kind of want to. So about a week ago,
it says it was posted 7 days ago now. Like half an hour ago, it said 6 days ago. Wow. So it's been exactly a week since I filmed and uploaded and edited and did all that stuff to this video. Exactly a week ago. Wow.
Actually, okay, this is really random, but I actually found 2 gift cards.
1 week review
in my closet.
Actually, speaking of review, for the second YouTube channel, it's been almost 6 months. Shockingly, next month it'll be 6 months since I bought my Hachiroku. So I'm definitely gonna film a video for that, like my opinions and everything that's happened in the 6 months that I've owned the car. I'm gonna do that.
And I completely forgot about them that I got from a friend years ago, and yeah, for some reason they were in my closet and I found them about a week ago and realized that they haven't expired yet. So I went to my local bookstore and I picked up volumes 5, 6, and 7. They're still in the plastic, actually.
I have up to volume 12 now, I think, or something. I don't know, something like that.
So I have not dealt with them at all. So
I think I found 8 and 9. For some reason, I didn't buy it because I had other books that I was buying, and I was like, I don't want to buy so much all at once. I didn't buy those, even though I probably should have.
we got that, and I think it goes to, I don't know what it goes to now, 15 or something?
Yeah, I actually have no idea what it goes up to. We could look that up, actually. I have no idea what Chainsaw Man goes up to right now. I know it's still ongoing, but I have no idea what it goes up to. Chainsaw Man manga. Let's see. ちょっと待って。Wi-Fi 変わらないと。Yeah, in Japan, they used to call it Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi. I'm serious, it was like that, but now everyone calls it Wi-Fi. But originally, everyone here in Japan thought it was pronounced Wi-Fi. There's like a whole backstory on that. It's really weird. Let's see. Oh, this is the English version, though. English and Japanese aren't synced, are they? Like, together when it comes to release dates? They're not, right? They have no relation to each other, right? Goes up to... Oh, it's at 16 right now. Okay, I was close. I said 15 or something in this video. Yeah, not bad. And then, このキス界人形を恋をする. This one I think goes up to 12 if I'm not mistaken. 12 or 13 right now.
And there's like a bonus volume, something like that. But yeah, I definitely will get the rest of it for sure. Because
oh my god. Yeah, the beer's really getting to... I all of a sudden have a really big headache. Oh my god. It just came out of nowhere. Wow.
we clearly have this.
Either because I'm really weak and this beer is just too strong for me, and my body just wasn't prepared for it, or I'm just drinking it way too fast. I think that might be a problem. Oh man. I really hope I'll be able to get up tomorrow morning for work. I'm kind of like concerned right now.
Space for it now.
Oh god.
I'm so excited.
What time is it? I should go to bed really early.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm done streaming, I should probably go to bed.
Okay.
Oh god.
So yeah, 1 to 7 of Chainsaw Man, and definitely will increase some more. And then we got このキス界人形は恋をする. I have no idea what this series is called in English. Someone let me know.
I said someone let me know, even though I clearly could have just researched it myself on the internet. I could do that right now if I wanted to. Seriously though, I have no idea what this series is called in English. このキス界人形は恋をする. I have no idea what it's called in English. I'm gonna leave it a mystery. I'm not gonna bother to research it.
One of the series where I have no idea what it's called in English, but I know it.
Mainly because I have no idea how to type it in Japanese. So in order to search it, there's no way for me to search it because I don't know how to type it. I don't know what it's called in English, so I can't look at it that way. And then I don't know how to type このキス界人形を恋をする. I don't know how to type that in Japanese, so there's no way for me to research it
perfectly in Japanese.
I mean, I could literally just go, I know the girl's name, so I could look that up and that would come up. Or I could be like, what's the cosplayer girl's name? What series does she come from? And I'm guaranteeing you it'll come up instantly.
Yeah. Okay. So we got volumes 1 to 4. I read all 4 of these, and then for some reason I gave up.
Yeah, I don't know why I gave up and stopped collecting. It was like a year ago when I read all 4 of these. I don't know why I stopped. I should get the rest of it.
But I definitely will get the rest of it. But when it comes to collecting manga, I typically collect secondhand from bookstores. One reason because they're way cheaper. You can get manga for like 100 yen each, like $1 each.
Yep.
But also it's recycling, so it's good for the environment or something. What?
Yeah, so I know a lot of people get angry at me for buying secondhand. A lot of people say it's like disrespectful for me to do that. The reason is because if you buy secondhand, the money doesn't go towards the authors. And right now, the anime industry and the manga industry is really struggling. I think what's that company called? The company that got bought out by Crunchyroll, even though Crunchyroll originally was like a fraud. Well, what is that company called? Funimation or something like that. Yeah, they're like something tragic happened to that company. Apparently they disappeared or they're going to disappear. Something like that. Like the industry's like dying out really badly. Um so people get angry at me when they find out that I buy secondhand. But here in Japan, like manga's just so cheap to buy secondhand and there's so much of it. And they're all like great quality. As you can tell, like everything you see in this video right here, it's all secondhand for the most part. They all look like they're in mint condition. So like why would I pass up on that, right? And like I mentioned in the video, it's recycling as well, so I'm doing good, right? Like people complain saying, "Oh no, you're not helping the industry. It's disrespectful for you to do that because you don't care about all the authors and stuff like that." I'll be honest, I don't know anything about the authors of any of these series or the voice actors and stuff like that or the singers or whatever. Yeah, I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. If I enjoy a series, I'll read it and that's that and that's it. So, you know, I'm not the kind of person that goes way in depth and like, oh, I know who the author is. Oh, I know who all the voice actors in the anime were. I know who all these characters were. Who's behind all the voices and stuff like that. Like, I'm not like that. I'm not really like that.
Whatever you want to call it. So yeah, most of these, if not all of them, are secondhand, but they're in great shape as you can tell. So definitely going to continue to do that. But because Kono Kisekai Ningyo wa Koi o Suru is a new series, or it's still ongoing, I should say. Yeah, you can't find secondhand copies of this, so I have to buy them brand new.
Yeah, even though
So I will definitely do that.
here's the thing. Manga series that are still ongoing, regardless of like how long ago they originally started. For some, I don't know why this is, but you can't find copies of the first volumes. So, for example, Chainsaw Man. Actually, no, Chainsaw Man's a bad example because you can nowadays. Kono Kisekai Ningyo Koi o Suru is definitely a good example. The first like 4 to 5 volumes or whatever, actually everything, you can't find it in a secondhand bookstore for some reason. They just don't have copies. I don't know why. Even though the first volume I think came out over a year ago, 2 years ago, so you would think you would find it, right? No, you won't. I don't know why. I honestly have no idea why. Like, not a single person has ever sold a copy of that book to a secondhand bookstore because they finished reading and didn't want it anymore. Like, really? Like, series that are ongoing typically are like that. You won't find them in secondhand bookstores. MF Ghost is another one. I'm not sure why. MF Ghost is impossible to find in a secondhand bookstore. But the 3 volumes that I do currently have, I got super lucky. But unfortunately, it was only the first 3 that I was able to find. The rest of them, I'm most likely gonna have to go to like an actual bookstore, actually buy brand new copies. Yeah, you guys can't complain to me when I do that because I'm actually supporting the industry when I do that. So, haha.
That at some point.
Actually, I don't know why I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. That's not something to laugh about.
Store, I can definitely find all of them immediately. So I'll definitely be doing that. I believe right now it goes to, I don't know, 12, 13, something like that. And it's still ongoing. So I definitely will collect those for sure. And everything else that I'm missing, if I can potentially find, I will definitely collect everything until I complete all the series. But that's honestly about it. I don't really plan on collecting more series or start.
No, that's wrong. I started collecting MF Ghost. I have volumes 1 to 3, like I mentioned. And then also called Mad Family. I'm really trying to find that now. Just because I found volume 1 in a secondhand bookstore, but for some reason I didn't buy it because I was too hesitant to start a new series so fast. All of a sudden, I definitely want to collect that. And then GT Girl, but that's probably not gonna happen. Also got Mad Family though. I'm really gonna try and find that. I don't know if I've seen it anywhere though. I think I just wasn't paying attention because I didn't even know that existed. So I probably didn't notice it because of that. So from now on, when I go to like book off stores and stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna try and look for it and see if I can find anything. I think it goes to 10. I think out of what I know, I did research. I believe it goes. I believe Osaka Mad Family goes up to volume 10.
Starting a new series.
It's like because out of what I can tell, I am judging a book by its cover by saying what I'm about to say right here. Is I believe it's like Yakuza style street racing, like Yakuza mafia stuff. I think that's what it's based off of. Whereas Initial D is more just like young teenagers, buying their dream sports car and then going racing on Toge. Obarebu, I haven't started reading this yet, but all the characters are female in this series, so I think it's like the reverse of Initial D maybe. But I think it's more generic, like the story. It could be more like Wanga Midnight, where it's like freeway, high speed races and stuff like that. And then MF Ghost is like the sequel or whatever to Initial D, stuff like that. So it's like the same thing, but like more modern sports cars.
I honestly don't know what I would do with these in the future. Obviously, I could just sell them off back to a bookstore or something, but manga takes up a lot.
And then GT Girl probably involves the young teenage boy sitting at the back corner of his classroom next to the window with all of his classmates being cute little female girls.
A lot of space. I had to buy
And then a bunch of sports cars. And then that's the mix.
this bookshelf just to put these here. We have the space now, so there is one more series that I don't have currently yet that I am planning on starting to get, but it's probably going to be the only series, new series that I'm going to collect.
False. That's false information. Well, right now it's true, but in the near future, I think that'll be false information.
Everything else is just gonna finish off collecting the volumes that I'm missing, and that's about it. And the one series that I have yet to start collecting that I will actually collect at some point is MF Ghost. And the reason behind that, if you can't tell, I'm really into racing manga and stuff like that, so I'm trying to collect all those kind of series. And I've always wanted to read MF Ghost because because it's like the new Initial D, like the sequel to Initial D or whatever you want to call it, but also because the main car in MF Ghost I actually have in real life. I'm not talking the MF Ghost card. I'm talking I have a Hachiroku. For those of you that are not following me on the second YouTube channel, you'll have no idea about that. But if you are following me on the second YouTube channel, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
True
but
fact.
The main protagonist car, I actually do also own one of those in real life as well. So I have a lot of interest in reading MF Ghost, but that series as well, because it's still ongoing, it's impossible to find in a secondhand bookstore, so you have to buy brand new. But
that is false. Half of the things in the video are either true or false, just because every day, as time goes by, all my information becomes correct or incorrect instantly. And when I said it's impossible to find secondhand volumes of MF Ghost, that is not true, because clearly I mentioned and showed to you guys on Twitter that I have the first 3 volumes of MF Ghost, and I bought all 3 of those secondhand. So
actually, for Japanese standards,
but I don't. The rest of it, I probably won't be able to find secondhand unless I wait longer until people start selling them off to secondhand bookstores. But that'll take a while.
So I'm kind of holding.
I'm sure I'll have by then. I'll definitely have the entire series for sure. I'm not gonna hold back that long. I definitely want to read it, so I might make myself just go buy the whole thing at a bookstore and just pay full retail price. I might end up doing that. I don't know.
For now, until I can collect everything else, because I mean, there's no point in starting a new series right now. When so many of the
Sorry, I'm doing the beer commercial again. I have a little bit left, so we can test it out one more time. We gotta open up the can, let the foam rise, and then take a sip, and then have like the foam like a foam mustache, and then subarashi. There you go.
Ongoing ones that I have are missing, so I might as well finish those off first.
Oh, and then you have to like not sponsored, but then I gotta show this off and say Sapporo. Try shite mite kudasai. Please try for yourself. Not a sponsor, by the way. Why would I get a beer sponsor?
Please give me some ideas. I was thinking of just taking something like that. I'm really into racing manga and stuff like that, so I'm trying to collect all those kind of series. And I've always wanted to read MF Ghost because it's like the new
1 out of 10 on this, or sorry, what am I trying to say? I'm too drunk. Sorry. My rating out of 10 Well, I haven't had too many beers in my life. Orion, I'm sorry, but that's got to be no higher than a 3. I'm sorry. I can understand why people say it's really good, but for me specifically, that's no higher than a 3. The original Asahi is like an 8, maybe 8.5. And then this Sapporo, I would probably rate it like a 6, 6.5. What else have I had? I don't remember. I've had some other ones. I don't remember what I've had though. I've had like Meishu and stuff like that, but that's not really, that doesn't really fall on the same list as this kind of stuff, so I don't know. What else do I have to drink? What else is there? Oh, there's Yebisu. I was trying to get one of those. I never did though. Well, I guess next time we gotta try with this. We gotta try Asahi. Asahi. Super dry. No, I'm kidding. It's not super dry. It's style free. I think the super dry ones are the silver cans, I think. Or no, it's the one that literally says super dry on the can in big lettering.
Initial D, like the sequel to Initial D or whatever you want to call it. But also because
I guess I gotta try some American beers and stuff like that. When I was younger, back when I was living in Canada, 15, 16 was my go-to. Just because my parents love that, and that was my go-to as well. Shocking. Maybe, but yeah, 15, 16. I've loved that beer. And then Guinness, believe it or not, but Guinness is expensive. Holy crap. But yeah, Guinness and 15, 16 when I was younger. I don't know. And now, living here in Japan, I'm trying to find my go-to beer. So every time, or every once in a while when I do streams, I try and drink a new beer for you guys to see if I can find one I really like. Asahi, their regular Asahi is so far where I stand. Which is kind of funny, because typically Asahi is drinking by females here. All the girls like Asahi and they usually drink that, so I don't know what's happening. I guess Sapporo is my thing. Or something else if I might find it. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, chat? What's up? What's up, chat? How's it going? I'm drunk.
MF Ghost, I actually
Let's
have
talk
in
about
real
things.
life. I'm not talking the MF Ghost card. I'm talking I have a Hachiroku. For those of you that are not following on the second YouTube channel, you'll have no idea about that. But if you are following me on the second YouTube channel, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But the main protagonist car, I actually do also own one of those in real life as well. So
true fact.
I have a lot of interest in reading MF Ghost.
One day, we'll do a live stream, an IRL stream, and we'll go drive somewhere. Because that's legal in Japan, believe it or not. It is. In North America, I think you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to drive and stream, right? Here in Japan, you can. You can, surprisingly. But the one thing is, you can, like, eat and drink, but you can't be on your phone in Japan while you're driving, which is weird. But the reason is because when you're eating and drinking, you can still look at what's in front of you. But when it comes to, you know, like, texting, you have to take your eyes off the road, right? So I think that's what it is. Which is kind of funny to me. I think North America is like quite reversed when it comes to their theory on that. I think. I don't know.
That series as well, because it's still ongoing.
I'm a little too drunk to state my opinions on that kind of stuff.
So you have to buy brand new.
Or maybe I'm not drunk enough. What am I drinking? Sapporo. Sapporo Japanese beer. And then also Asahi. Style free. 4% alcohol. Yeah. And then Sapporo's like 62%. No, 5. 5. It says 5 right there. Yeah, it's 5. Haha. Yeah.
So
it's not bad. It's not bad.
Off on that for now until I can collect everything else.
Not as bad as I thought it would probably be.
A new series right now. When so many of the ongoing ones.
Every once in a while, I'm trying to buy different Japanese beer, try them on stream for you guys, because I'm still trying to find my go-to beer, and I haven't found that yet. Yeah, I don't drink beer, so yeah, this is a problem. If I get too drunk, I shouldn't be drinking beer. I really shouldn't. I'm not very good with alcohol, so I gotta be really careful.
Are missing, so I might as well finish those off first, and then read through them, and then start collecting MF Ghosts. But that is the one series that I will begin to collect. But aside from that,
Man, I
don't
swing
really
my
have
arms
anything
all
else
around a lot in this video. Man.
I want to collect. Unless you guys have some
Although I guess I do that in every video, so... Man, why?
recommendations or something like that, but most likely, my incredibly tiny manga collection will be just like this, and this is absolutely perfect.
Almost perfect.
Well, that's about it for this, but there's one more thing that I gotta add right here. Oh, sushi da ze.
That's it. That's it. That's... Well, I guess you guys knew. I don't know why I'm overreacting right now. That's the gacha that I said I'm not going to give away. All the other gachas that I have, aside from the Kirby ones, I either at some point this year if I have time or sometime next year, all the gachas that I have after all the videos that I film, if I'm ever in Tokyo and I do an IRL stream, which I do want to plan to do, I'm gonna have all those gachas on me. And then if I ever run into one of you guys, or not run into, if I ever like bump into one of you guys or whatever, or like if you guys cross paths with me or whatever, I said I would give you guys one of them of your choice, or however many I have in my pockets or whatever, my bag or whatever I have. So yeah, I'm still planning on doing that at some point. But this, the Tamago Sushi gacha, I've decided I'm keeping that one. I'm not giving this one away. I decided I'm not doing that. But all the other ones, some of the other ones that I have, yeah, I would definitely give them to you guys for sure. They're all discontinued now, or at least the ones that I have are discontinued because most gachas usually last like a couple weeks, at most a month, until they discontinue and then release a new something else. So yeah, it becomes like a rare collection, and I want to share it with you guys and give them away to you guys if I'm ever in Tokyo and we ever meet each other, and if you guys ever like do stream sniping or whatever. Yeah, I'll definitely give them to you guys for sure. I live in Sweden. Oh, that's cool. Sweden.
Oh yeah, gacha sushi. That's right. It's like the centerpiece all on its own. So I actually have multiple of these Kirby's and stuff like that.
Sweden is... Oh no, I almost made a big mistake. I was about to say, I'm so sorry. I was about to say Sweden is where Lego comes from, right? I'm too drunk right now. I'm so drunk right now. I'm so sorry. I almost made that mistake. I'm sorry, Denmark. I'm sorry, Sweden.
All of these from Gacha Caps.
Volvo. That's what I meant to say. How do you mix Lego with Volvo? I need to drink more. Unfortunately, I'm out of beer. Well, no, technically I'm not. I'm not gonna drink this though.
It was about a year and a half
That's
ago.
too much for me. I can barely handle a single can of beer just because I have to go to the bathroom so bad after about like 30% of it. So drink another 70%. I gotta go to the bathroom another 12 times or whatever. Whatever the math is. There's math involved in that, right? Maybe.
Of me
I don't know.
showing these and actually buying 2 of them, I believe it was. But after I filmed the video, this literally sat in my closet until now, so like a year and a half. So what I was planning on doing in the future, if I ever decide to do a meetup with you guys,
Good
or
idea.
if I'm ever in Tokyo,
Yeah.
so you guys happen to be in
Yeah.
Tokyo, and if I'm walking around Tokyo and we happen to bump into each other,
Oh, I explained it in this video. Exactly what I was just talking about.
I'm gonna have these on me inside of the capsules because I still do have the capsules themselves as well, so I can put these back in there. And
Yeah, the caps, like the orbs themselves, the capsules, you're not technically supposed to keep those. You're supposed to return them. But I usually keep all of them. I don't know why, just because I enjoy doing that. But now I actually have a reason for keeping them so that I can actually give them to you guys in the future. Like I mentioned, if I ever go to Tokyo and do an IRL stream, which I do plan to do either this year or sometime next year, I'm gonna rent a portable Wi-Fi. We'll do some IRL streams and stuff like that. I don't want to do it in my city because there's absolutely nothing in my city, and to walk across like the whole city takes like 10 minutes. So it'd be so pointless to do an IRL stream here. There'd just be nothing to do. It would just be walking in circles constantly.
if I ever bump into one of you guys on the street or something, if I'm in Tokyo, I will give you guys these because I honestly have no use for these. So some of the other capsules that I have, which maybe in the future I'll show you guys all the other ones that I have that I'd be willing to give to you.
I have, what else do I have? I don't remember off the top of my head. There's somewhere in my closet. I have a yakisoba keychain. What are some of the other ones that I have? I don't remember.
You guys, I will give you guys one of these of your choice if I ever walk into one of you guys on the streets or something. So yeah, you guys get a rare collection of gacha because these things
Something on that.
typically
Oh, you
gacha,
saw me on the
they,
feed. Nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right.
They only last a couple
Thanks
of
for
weeks,
stopping
maybe
by.
a
See
month
you
or
next
so if
time,
they're really
hopefully.
popular, and then they
I'll be here.
discontinue them forever, and then something new will come out. So this one, for example, was like a year and a half ago. Yeah, you'll never
Have a
find
good
this
one.
anymore. So this is like rare. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I'll
is
definitely-
rare.
I'll put
That's
them back
super
in the
rare.
capsules.
It's like I mentioned, so I don't know if this is true or not, but out of what I know, if a gacha is really popular, there was one that was so popular that like it ended up on the news and stuff like that, and that is I don't have one. My mom has one, but I can't get it right now. So it's like it originally started as like these cat figurines, like these small cat figurines, and they would stand like this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. They stand like this, and then you can literally rest a pencil. That's what it was. Like the cats, they just stand, and then you can just rest a pencil. That's what it was. And it became so popular that they were all sold out. So if you tried to collect all of them, you couldn't because every gacha place that had the cat one was sold out. So then eventually, they started making the same things but with different characters, like anime characters or like dogs and stuff like that, but of doing the same pose. I think that's still ongoing actually, and that was like a year ago when the craze happened for that. Aside from that one specifically though, typically a gacha will last maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and maybe slightly longer. And then they'll either discontinue it forever, or they'll create the same thing but with different characters, or like a different series or something like that. And then if a gacha is like popular but not like as popular as the cat one that I just explained, then it'll last like a month or two. That's usually what it is. Yeah. So yeah, gacha is fun because of that. So you can get a gacha and it'll become super rare. So it's kind of cool actually. That's what I like about it, and I think that's one of the reasons why gacha every year is becoming more and more popular here, and not only becoming more better quality as well, but also there's more stores opening up. Like the past year or so, I can think of at least 3 or 4 like big gacha stores that have opened in my city, and one of them I am planning to film either this weekend, so in a couple days, or next weekend to film a video. And then bring like 2 or 3 gachas home and then show them to you guys. Kind of like the original episode that I filmed a year and a half ago.
If I'm ever in Tokyo walking around, we bump into each other. I'll give you guys one.
Well, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed that collection video, episode 3. And there'll definitely be more because there's clearly still space on the shelf right now. And I don't know why I'm doing like a pirouette or whatever you want to call it. What are those ballet moves called? Where people go like...
I found out a pirouette is when you do like a spin. That move where I'm going like this, I don't know what that's called in ballet terms. I have no idea. But the pirouette, after the research that I did, is the spin on one foot. I don't know how to explain it better than
that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. My tiny manga collection maybe isn't so tiny anymore, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Johnny! Oh!
Okay, so this, well, I guess you can tell, this is while I was building it. I didn't film anything of when I was building the bookshelf just because it took me 3 hours to build it, even though I thought it was going to take me like half an hour or less. So I just didn't bother to film it. I was like, this is taking too long. So this is the only clip I have. And then these are all like the hazards or whatever. And they use like a whole page to demonstrate, I don't know, 30 different hazards or whatever that can happen with a bookshelf. Or like stuff you shouldn't do or stuff that to be careful of and stuff. So I thought it was funny to add this, like a clip of this into the video at the end.
I don't like the looks of this.
Yeah, that manual is only like 3 pages long. with all the instructions in it, with photos. But unfortunately, there was text, so it doesn't live up to the standards of IKEA. But yeah, so the first like 2 pages I went through, I was like, okay, I understand. I was able to build a bookshelf without having too much problems when it came to language barrier or anything like that, or following the photos and stuff. And then it took me like, I kid you not, it took me like 15 minutes to realize it was a third page. And then I didn't know how to build this. So the bookshelf is like 2 bookshelves, what's it called, screwed together. And I didn't know how to screw them together, or I didn't know how you were supposed to do it, because I couldn't find that page that showed that. And it took me like 15 minutes to realize it was a third page. And I was like, oh, this is where all the instructions on how to put the 2 together. And I finally figured it out. That's why it took so long for me to build it. I didn't end up filming it because of that, because I got stressed. And I just thought that the instructions were either lacking, or it just wasn't up to the standards of IKEA instructions. Which is funny because IKEA lacks text, right? Yet for some reason it's like higher than everything else. I don't know how that works, but it, you know, it is what it is, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. So my manga collection video, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I could film episode 4 already if I wanted to. But I'm probably gonna hold off on that for a couple of months at least, maybe. And then my gacha video, either this weekend or next weekend, if I do have the motivation, I will try and film maybe episode 2. But I'm gonna go to that store in like the evening, like after dinner time, because there'll be way less people there, or even nobody there. And then maybe another vending machine video where I walk around and count how many vending machines we can find within the span of an hour. That are outside, like on the streets. But I would definitely have to go to a different neighborhood, not the neighborhood where I filmed the original video. So maybe we could do something like that again. Otherwise, just continue making gameplay videos. I still gotta do that, so I gotta keep filming. Then, I don't know. What else do we have? I think that's about it, actually. We just gotta keep taste testing more beers on the live streams. The IRL stream. I do want to start getting into IRL streaming again. But the problem is my area is just not good for that. I did it in the past, like 3-4 years ago, whatever it was. It was difficult. I had to take a train to go to like different cities. Which was stressful because each train was like an hour one way just to get anywhere interesting. So, my plan was at some point I'd want to rent a portable Wi-Fi for like a week or whatever, and then go to Tokyo or something. Then do an IRL stream for you guys, and then that'll be the time when I have all my gachas in their capsules, and I have them in like a backpack or something, and then take it with me. So if I ever bump into one of you guys on the streets or something, I will definitely give one of them to you guys of your choice out of the ones that I have and are willing to give away. So yeah, that's about it for now. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get to bed really early today because I'm like drunk right now. I don't want to have a hangover tomorrow morning before work. And yeah, I kind of feel a headache coming in. And I'm a little dizzy right now. I did prove to you guys earlier that I could walk in a straight line. I did the best I could to show you guys in the small little space that I have. So hopefully it's okay. Don't worry, I'm not driving. I'm not going to be driving, so not right now at least. Well, it's 9 p.m. Why would I go anywhere to drive right now? Everything's closed. In my city, everything closes at like 8 p.m., 7:30. So there's no point in going outside after that. And like I mentioned, I don't really drink, so I don't go to like bars and stuff like that. And there isn't really that many in my city anyways. So none of those tiny little, like those alleyway streets that like Japan's known for, with all like the bars and stuff like that. Yeah, my city doesn't have those. My city doesn't have a single one of those alleyway streets with all those bars and stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I think I explained everything I needed to for today. Oh, I gotta fix before we do the next IRL, or not IRL, next stream, whatever that may be. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix the text that you guys see right here. To make it bigger so that during the replays you guys can actually read everything, because I know it's too small for you guys. I'm gonna try and figure out how to fix that or whatever, do something to make it so the text is bigger for you guys. yeah, I think that's about it. I'm either gonna crash in bed now and hopefully fall asleep immediately, or I probably shouldn't, but I'm thinking about watching the final 3 episodes of MF Ghost right now. Even though I should read the manga instead, but I'm too drunk right now to use my brain, so reading manga right now would not be a good idea. I wouldn't be able to concentrate and I would just like fall asleep or whatever, so yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Thanks for watching. I think tomorrow, what day is it? Oh, tomorrow's Friday. I can't do anything. Fridays I can never do anything stream / YouTube related. I don't have time. I'm busy all day. So Saturday, I will either film the next gacha video or film the next gameplay video of whatever game I choose. Or we might do an IRL stream. One of the three most likely will happen. If I don't have the motivation to film the gacha video, then it'll either be the live stream or the next gameplay video or something like that. Anyways, Saturday will most likely we'll have something to do related to this channel. So keep an eye out for that, and then keep an eye out for my Twitter as well. I usually post like once a day or whatever on Twitter, so typically. So you guys will find out all the updates on what I'm planning. But tomorrow, yeah, definitely nothing related to all this kind of stuff. Because Fridays I can never do that. I'm busy on Fridays, so anyways, that'll do it. Yeah, I really have to go to the bathroom so bad again, so we're gonna end stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys Saturday for something, maybe. Anyways, Johnny, thanks for watching. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Oh god.